guys, I hope this video finds you well. Today we are going to be talking about solving multi-step equations with special solutions. So when you're solving equations with variables on both sides, and even you could not have variables on both sides, what could happen is one of two different situations. So we could have a situation in which we get that answer, we know what x or our variable equals. Or we could have a solution that does not specifically give us one value of x. And we're going to look at those two situations in which you do not have one value of x. So the first equation we want to solve is 10x plus 12 equals 2 times 5x plus 6. I encourage you to go ahead and solve this the way you know how. And when you get to that final step, play the video, check your work, and then we can discuss what your answer really is. So the first thing we are going to do is we're going to go ahead, right, and distribute this 2 to the 5x and the 6, because remember we need to start by distributing, okay, or combining like terms if we can. So we've got 10x plus 12 equals 10x plus 12. What you should notice right now, okay, is that this equation is equal to each other, that the two sides of the equation are the same. And we're going to actually go one step further to show that. So our goal, right, is to isolate x. So we would subtract 10x from both sides. And well, that would result in 0x. Well, know that 0 times any number, which x ultimately represents, is 0. So that leaves us with a statement that 12 equals 12. And because this is an equation, what that means is whatever value of x we substitute into this original equation, it is going to be a true statement. So I can pick any number for x, 1, 2, negative 53, 4,267, and it is going to make that statement true. Okay? So since the variable was eliminated, there is no unique solution. There's not one value of x that's going to make it true, but in fact, infinitely many values of x. Right? Any real number we choose to substitute into this equation is going to give us the true statement, 12 equals 12, ultimately if we were solving for that. But it will give us a true statement. So if the statement is true, it's called infinitely many solutions, okay, because there's infinitely value that x can be. We are going to refer to our solutions as all real numbers. So R is the kind of fancy notational way to represent that, but we will be representing our solutions with all real numbers. Okay, because any value of x you substitute into that equation will be a solution. Now, let's look at that other case. So what if instead of generating a true statement, it generates a false statement? So again, we solve this equation just as we have in the past. I encourage you to go ahead and try and solve it on your own. So that first thing we should do is we should notice that we have a negative 3x and a 12x on the right hand side. So in order to solve, we should have two combined like terms. Now, instead of our sides of our equation being the same, we should notice that they're going to be different. Our variables are exactly the same. Their coefficients is 9, is exactly the same. But the constant that we're subtracting or adding to it is different. So again, isolate that x by subtracting the 9x from both sides. Again, this results in 0x and a 0x, which we know is really 0. So a statement that negative 4 does not equal 5. Well, what does that really mean? Well, that means there is no value of x that we can substitute into our original equation that is going to give us a true statement. So that means there is no value of x that makes this true, thus there is no solution. So those are two special cases. We could have all real numbers or no solutions. If you have any questions, let me know when you come to class. Have a great day.